I think about what are cases where there's a creative way that there's that you transition that a filmmaker transitions from one shot to the next, one frame to the next. What's a creative way to transition from scene to scene? First off, Star Wars immediately comes to mind because you have the wipe that's used to transition from scene to scene. That really stands out to me. And also, when I look at the TV show Gargoyles, this is another example. By the time you get to the third season, you will have one scene, and then there will be claw marks on screen, free slashes. And that's how you transition to the next scene. That's how you go from one shot to the next, one frame to the next. That really stands out as creative to me. Also, when I think about Zack Snyder's Justice League, in this case, you literally have chapter breaks where you start off with part one and then you'll get to a moment where you see on screen like part two and then part three and part four. That really stands out to me as well. So it's interesting, I would say, a few of these cases where there's a creative way that you transition from one scene to the next. Is there another example I can think of? Yeah, I can't. Honestly, I can't think of any other examples really. Um, well, actually, this is something I talked about in a different video. I would say that when you look at Chronicles of Narnia, Lion the Witch and the Wardrobe, you have that part at the end of the movie where you transition from Peter, Edmund, and Centaur discussing the battle to the battle itself. Peter looking down at this map, and then the camera pans over the map as the music comes into play, and then you see the eagles swoop over the battlefield. That's pretty creative. Also, actually, in Chronicles of Narnia: The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, when you have this scene this guy of this guy explaining the green mist, everything's going on to Caspian, Edmund, Lucy, then you have this light that swoops over the map. So it's similar to the first movie. You have this moment where, actually, in this case, it's like you zoom in to the map with it. There's a blue light, and then you zoom into the map, and that's how you transition to the ship, the Dawn Treader at sea. That really stands out to me.